Well, hello there. Amy Lewis from the KFBK Morning News, along with Brandon Hayfley from Catalyst Mortgage, and we're here, we're back, we're ready to go. We hope you are too, because there's a lot to talk about. As a matter of fact, what we're talking about this time is about down payments, right? Is a bigger down payment better than a smaller down payment? Is there a better way to go when it comes to making a down payment on a house? So, Brandon, I mean, should you make a big down payment when you're looking at buying a house?
You know, this is the best question when people are in the process of thinking of purchasing. You know, really it comes down to where are you at financially?
Sure.
And when I say that, are you a first-time home buyer? Are you a repeat buyer? Is it your second, third purchase? Are you going to be moving equity from one home to another? So there's a lot of factors that each individual situation, you know, really has to take in.
So if it is my first home and I don't have a lot of money for a down payment, but I don't want to have a huge mortgage, how do you make it work?
Well, there's a lot of down payment assistance programs currently available. One program that recently came back on the market was through NeighborWorks. You know, NeighborWorks really encourages responsible home ownership, but they have a lot of programs that help people to where you're putting lower than the normal loans down. And when I say that, for instance, on an FHA loan, you can actually purchase with 3.5% down. Now, 3.5%, you know, and a lot of people will say, well, that's not a lot of money. But when you're a first-time home buyer, just entering,
that's a lot of money.
It is just entering the home buying market. It really is. And so, what I always tell people is, don't put your life savings down. Don't put everything down. Explore what maybe down payment assistance programs are available, but also look at the FHA program and others to see what's going to be good for you, but don't put your life savings down.
You know, it's funny because the way you're talking, you're kind of like a psychiatrist too, because if somebody comes in and says, I got all this money and I'm going to put it all down and that's going to make my payments much lower, and you got to say, well, looking at your family life and the way you want to live for the next 10, maybe 12, 15 years, does this really make sense?
Exactly. And you know, sometimes people don't realize that a mortgage loan is amortized over 30 years.
Yeah.
So when it's over a 30-year period, you putting an extra $10,000 down might only lower your payment $60 a month. And really, is it worth keeping that nest egg? Because let's be real, you're going to move into a house, washer, dryer, small repairs, oh, this faucet's broken, whatever. You're going to find small things that need to be fixed. You need to have money in the bank to prepare for that. So looking into the different programs that are available for the first-time home buyer is definitely worth it.
On the other hand, there's nothing wrong with putting a big down payment down, right?
Absolutely. If you really have the money to do it and you're going to be able to keep reserves for that rainy day, then putting more money down. You know, conventional, you can put 5% down. There are grant programs to where, in conjunction with the 5% down for conventional, you can actually have a second to cover it, so you're only actually putting 1% down. So there's a lot of options, and so my point is, yes, put what you can down, but really educate yourself. Look at the different mortgage companies, A, B, and C. What kind of programs are they offering? And I want to be very, very clear. Most companies, you know, don't have every program that other companies have, and some, you know, vice versa. So it goes with what we always said: shop around to find out which one is going to have that program for you.
Well, then when you talk about shopping around and you're looking at buying a house, is there a time for a low down payment and a better time for a bigger down payment, or is it just the timing has to mesh with your life and your financial situation?
I really think it has to mesh with your life and your situation. You know, I don't think that the market will make a difference in the sense. The one thing is, when you are shopping and you're purchasing with down payment assistance, it might actually be harder to get your offer approved or accepted. Pardon me. So that's one thing that you'll have to work with. And sometimes realtors will say, well, if we didn't have down payment assistance, we might be able to get your offer approved faster, because it comes into what offer will a seller want to accept? A offer of down payment assistance, you know, or an offer with a bigger down payment? Well, they're probably going to go with a bigger down payment. But the point is, for your situation, you really have to do the investigative work to see what's going to be better and what's going to be financially safe for you.
I'll tell you what if we did like a quick real world example?
Okay.
I and my husband, we have a dual income, takes us to about $100,000. We want to buy our second house. Our credit is not great.
Okay.
How
Are you
is
rolling
that?
over equity from the previous house?
Yeah, but not a lot.
10%?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I would tell you, in my opinion, if that's all you had in the bank was the 10% that you're moving over, I would tell you put down 5%, because the 5 to 10% payment's not going to make a big difference.
Okay.
Keep that 5% for reserves, rainy day, home repairs, and call it a day. I would not transfer all the money over if you have nothing else in the bank. I would actually keep some of it in your savings account in case something happens.
That's why we go to him, right? That is such a good explanation of what we're facing day to day in our daily lives, and you want to move on it and get the home of your dreams. Maybe it's that next home, but you got to do it the right way.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir. That's what you get, thecatalystreport.com. You can find more info right there.